Hey guys, SAIYAN here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, while I was trying to think of something to do for a video, I started thinking about an idea that will take a little bit longer than just 5 minutes to put together. So I might do that as a video either tomorrow or the following day. But I was thinking about some characters in the game that have received very, very little representation. So if you guys can give me some suggestions down below, but I wanted to try and think of some of the units or some of the characters that literally only have one unit in the game. And of course that got me thinking about my boy the SAIYAN, obviously one of my favourite characters, like one of the mascots of the channel. And then I realised that he has a 200% leader skill from the Tech Bardock, but I never actually did a 200% leader skill video for him. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and do that. Mine is obviously built for full additional with a bit of crit. I probably should go more additional because he is a stacking unit. Remember, after his EZA, he stacks attack and defense, lowers attack and defense, and then his passive is attack and defense 100%, key 1 and an additional attack 50% when facing 2 or fewer enemies, and then an additional key 1 and attack and defense 30% when facing only 1 enemy. So in most of these events where we are fighting 1 enemy, we are getting what? The extra 30% attack and defense, extra 50% attack, and 2 extra key. So I thought I'd showcase him here. Like I said about the other video, let me know some ideas down below and I'll compile together a list, maybe like the top 5 or top 10 characters in the game that only have one card. Because even characters like Super Saiyan 3 Broly, right? Like there's a summonable one and a free-to-play one. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, there's like 3 summonable ones, and there's even like 3, is it 3 or 2? 2 GT Super Saiyan 3 ones. But there are a few characters that literally only have one unit in the game. So I wanted to try and narrow all of those down. But we're going to jump in and have a look at the SAIYAN on a 200% leader skill. Now, obviously, this unit is pretty old. I'm not expecting him to be crazy, but we'll see how we get on. He's starting off at 170k defense, which obviously is nothing particularly crazy for a red zone stage. We do have a Goku on the team, so we have the Scouter up here with Bardock. He shares 4 links with the Tech Bardock. He shares 2 with the physical ones. He doesn't get any extra ones. So let's go ahead. We'll put him in slot 1. I can grab this. Good thing we don't need any key on this rotation. So we can get all of the rainbow orbs for Tech Bardock here. And then we'll go ahead and do this. Now, funnily enough, this doesn't exactly bode well for SAIYAN, I suppose, considering the caliber, but his best link partner, funnily enough, that isn't like a Broly, because this SAIYAN unit does have Berserker, which is a very difficult link to get active anyway. But his best link partner is actually Physical Raditz, who, of course, is also on the 200% team for Tech Bardock. So I've brought him on the team as well. I probably will just float him more so than anything, but I guess we'll see how we get on. Yeah, second super from Bardock on the first turn. He's already rocking almost a 9 million attack. I see a lot of people underrate Tech Bardock. I was thinking of doing that as a video as well, just like re-showcasing Tech Bardock, because I feel like a lot of people do underrate him pretty massively. I'm not, I don't think he's the craziest unit ever or anything, but I definitely think people underrate him quite significantly. So I think what we want to do here is probably this. So we get our rainbow orbs with you, get our rainbow orbs with you, and then you get an 18 key super. So the AoE is the first attack that the Tech Goku is going to take, but should be okay. I mean, the thing with Tech Bardock, he gets a lot of power from his links. So I've seen a lot of people, like, you can use him as a really good leader because he gives a 200% leader skill to every single Goku in the game. But if you just slap him on a team where it's him and then a bunch of Gokus, and he's only really ever getting, like, 2 links active, then obviously he's not going to look super impressive. But I feel like there's units that you can definitely run around him to make him look really good without compromising, like, the overall quality of your team build. I really wish the Int Tora, like, side banning unit had been a little bit better, which would be significantly helpful for him as well. But of course, Frieza isn't a movie boss, so, God Goku taking the big damage. I was originally going to do a different stage But unfortunately, the physical, Tech Bardock doesn't really show up very much on the friends list. So I kind of was unable to do that. So I'll leave you in the middle here. We only got one super off on the previous turn. We've got no support. We have 181k defense. So the issue is going to be with SAIYAN is, can we actually build up our defense quickly enough to the point where we are going to be able to tank like normals from some of these tougher phases? Because obviously when we get to third form Frieza, he is int. And I wouldn't be surprised at this level of defense if we're not even tanking his normal attacks, but 4.4. Yeah, not too crazy. I mean, again, this is a unit that got an EZA a very long time ago. And like I say, highlighting this unit because there's only one SAIYAN in the entire game. So I would absolutely love for them to bring out another one. Obviously, we have seen some other masked Saiyans in the form of heroes. I should mention as well, obviously, when it comes to those characters that only have one unit in the game, I'm not including heroes because obviously they have one unit because we get weird stuff like Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. So of course there's only one of him in the game. But this turn is a bit of a liability because of me completely forgetting that God Goku, well, by picking a different event to do, meaning that God Goku is not fighting a movie boss. So I think we'll just go ahead and Whis here. And then I'm going to put you in slot 1 so you can at least get another super off here as part of your build-up. And then I guess at least as long as we get the rainbow orbs for God Goku, he is getting some extra defense. But yeah, of course Frieza had to AoE in slot 1 after surviving with like the tiniest sliver of health. Oh, God Goku gets the dodge. Let's go. Alright. Well, it does bleed over into the next turn then with the Whis, but that probably is helpful considering the next phase is the third form Frieza and we have SAIYAN on rotation. So okay, so no super. Okay, we'll take that. And then what are we at now? 211k. So I mean that's with no support after like a few supers. I mean it's not great, but one thing that would absolutely have made this unit considerably better, of course, is having some kind of like built-in additionals in his passive. Because obviously with infinite stacking, he only has normal raise for his defense. So if you don't get that additional super, then obviously his build-up is going to be very, very slow. Even if he had the thing where it's like he just does a guaranteed normal attack and then it has a certain percentage chance to be an additional, that would obviously be super beneficial because then you get an extra chance for the hidden potential additional to actually trigger. And then, yeah, we would see more like multiple super turns because, yeah, see, despite the fact mine has quite a lot of additional, we have yet to see a double super turn. And then look at Bardock, only with the links from SAIYAN and no support on the rotation, is at a 9 million attack stat for this turn. So definitely can start to look really good once he's actually getting built up. The Scouter effect is now not in play, so I have to be careful here. Get the 3 for you. I mean, unfortunately, it just will be the case that if the super is in the middle against Bardock, the only friend one that was available is a 55% one. So if he's eating a super here from third form Frieza, then he probably dies. But I say probably. We only have 470k HP currently. I feel like he probably does die. Now, the thing is, we did get the orbs for Bardock, so he is effective against all types and going to crit. If he does enough damage here, which he has done, then that means that Raditz is going to get his attack buff. Look at that, 7.2 for Raditz. Raditz, you know, has to jump through some hoops, but his attack stat's not terrible once the enemy is actually on low HP. Oh, excuse me. Right, so we can get... Now, the problem is here, to play it safe, I should do this, right? But I really want to get more stacks. So I am going to do this, but if he supers in slot 1, we are just dead. So that is obviously something to bear in mind. Like, in terms of realistic play, like, I should not do this. But yes, he's 61k. And we're on, what, like turn 7? It's pretty brutal. My boy needs some extra respect. Give him another unit, ASAP. Yeah, see, 32 after another super as well. Obviously, he doesn't have the best links with this Carnival Goku. But yeah, that's not exactly the best showing there from him. Now, we're on to the AGL phase. So, I wonder how much damage he would actually take, like, from a super. Now, we can't get... See, this is where Tech Bardock starts to become more of a fraud, right? And it's one of those things where I feel like you should be playing to unit strengths. So in events where you know they're going to run long, then maybe bringing Bardock isn't the best idea. Like things like Metal Cooler Core, where if you've brought a powerful enough team, you can basically have his scouter up for the entire fight. Or at least, you know, you get to the last turn and that's when you're going to be popping off a bunch of like active skills and stuff. But in these longer events where his scouter runs out as you get to like the harder bosses, obviously then that becomes somewhat of an issue, right? Because we could have been in trouble here. I absolutely put the rotation the wrong way round as well. I should have put my Bardock in slot 1, considering my one is Rainbow. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, he supered again. Nice. Do you live this? Did he get hit first to get his guard? He did. Okay. Whew. That would have been that would have been pretty awkward. Shout out to Minato's favourite unit, the physical Super Saiyan Bardock. The unit that needs to take like a 100k normal just to then be able to tank for double digits. You love to see it. Alright, so do you pick up any extra links from him? No, you don't. Now we have the revival up on this turn. So we are safe regardless of what happens. So we'll go ahead and do this. Grab this. I just want to see how well... Saiyan should at least tank all the normal attacks for double digit damage, right? No. Because remember, this Frieza does raise his attack when he supers, and he supered twice in the previous turn. So he did raise his attack twice, which... yeah, means even with type advantage, we're not tanking. And we didn't get a single additional super throughout the entire run so far. That's crazy. And then, yeah, Raditz, unfortunately, when the enemy is not at 50% or less HP, not exactly dropping the craziest of attack numbers here. And now he's going to eat a super. Does he die to this? I think he might do, actually. Yes. Well, at least it wasn't Bardock that got us killed. Or Saiyan, I should say. But Carnival Goku coming in clutch with the revive. So, yeah, I mean, Tech Saiyan, I thought it'd be interesting to see what he looks like on this 200% team, but... You know, he's an old unit now. His EZA is pretty old. In fact, let me double check. When was the date? I don't have the wiki page up, but I have my channel up. So let me see. When did he get his EZA? Saiyan EZA. So I did my level 10 links video of him EZA'd, which should be the day the EZA came out, right? Because I normally try and get those videos up on that same day. It was February 9th, 2021. So this unit, this EZA even, is almost 2.5 years old at this point. So, understandably, he's not the best anymore. But, I mean, he was pretty solid when he got his EZA. I remember at the time, you know, all bias aside, I was pretty happy with his EZA when he got it. But obviously when we look at him now compared to some of the other units, not even in terms of his performance, but just in terms of his kit and what he actually does, the fact that he doesn't have any tech whatsoever, like I say, earlier in the video I was talking about the chance to additional, if he had something like that in his passive, then obviously he would be considerably better. Because we've kind of seen the worst case scenario for him in this showcase, where we did not get any additional super attacks. So, yeah, he hasn't exactly looked particularly crazy. We're really not going to finish off Frieza again this turn. No double super, okay. Alright, well. At least I guess at least we get another stack off with Saiyan. But so we'll do this. We're going to get the Dokkan attack, which unfortunate that we didn't finish him off, because it's like getting the Dokkan attack here on basically what would have been the last turn regardless. Although, how much does this do now? That's really not ideal.
Time to get serious.
Alright, well. Let's see. Got no support on the rotation. So we're at what? 4.9. Because remember, he raises attack and defense, and we haven't really gotten up to any sort of crazy attack stats. That's why these kind of units, if they infinitely stack, I don't think it's too bad if their numbers aren't super high right at the beginning. But yeah, by not getting additionals and stuff like that, we haven't ever really gotten up to any sort of crazy numbers. And now this is where things are going to start to get a bit scary. I guess let's do this. Because now that you're revived, we have the crit chance. Nice. The only problem here is neither Bardock nor God Goku, because of the way I have built the team by accidentally bringing God Goku, neither of these guys are going to tank a super from Frieza. So I'm not really sure the best way to go about this. I probably will just do this. And then we'll do this. If we're lucky, Carnival Goku will take a super after taking a normal attack, and then that's the way we take the least damage possible on this turn. But unfortunately, as much as I was saying that people underrate Bardock, and I think he's better than a lot of people make out, like on this turn, especially this friend that is 55%, if he gets hit by a super by this full power Frieza in slot 3, then we are 100% dead. So we'll see what happens here. And Frieza doesn't super Carnival Goku, so that means he is probably going to super Bardock in slot 3, which means we would die. So we'll see what happens. We got the orbs for Bardock, so we do at least have his full buff. Right, it takes double digits from the normals at least, which is kind of what we would expect, right, from a Dokkan Fest of like, is it this year he came out in Global? I believe so. Yeah, of course it was. Okay, so who has the most start of turn defense here? Yeah, it is SAIYAN. Okay. Well, all we can really do is just go for it here and see what happens. I mean, I could technically throw up the other Whis if I wanted to, like, guarantee that we win, but I just kind of want to see how he's going to perform here. I mean, if he gets immediately super, then it's GG. Yeah, see, man, we got all the way to the end and we still don't take double digits from normals with the support from physical Bardock. And we're, what, 5.5 on the attack. We actually get double super? No, we get an additional normal. Let's go. All right. And then here's the super attack from Frieza. So this is going to do, what, like 500k maybe? Oh no, 1 million. Yeah, I forget how hard he actually hits. So yeah, there you go. That is SAIYAN on a 200% team. Unfortunately, not really red zone viable. Maybe the earlier easy stages, I guess. But yeah, the only SAIYAN unit in the entire game. So can we get another one soon, please, Akatsuki? One of my dream units for years that used to be, I had the Heroes clip in like an old intro I had on my channel, is a unit where Bardock puts on the broken mask and then goes Super Saiyan 3. I think that'd be pretty cool, because the unit could just be called SAIYAN and then transform into Super Saiyan 3 SAIYAN. But yeah, this is the only SAIYAN unit in the game. His EZA is 2.5 years old. He is nigh on unusable now. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.